Good afternoon. I'm Lieutenant Elmer Horn with Douglas County Sheriff's Office, and we're here at one of our communities, and Sheriff Pounds is here with us. And Sheriff Pounds is very involved in his communities, and he come out. We brought out our grill and our smoker so we can come out and help cook for this community. And Sheriff Pounds himself has come out and helped cook with us, and he's here to cook and help these folks today.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is one of the programs that I call taking my community back. If you don't get out there and get involved in your community, you ain't gonna be able to get it back. And the sad part about it, we losing our young men at such a pace that it's unreal. We got to come up with something that will help us with these children. Got to. So this is what I'm doing. I love it. I'm out here in the sun. It's hot, but like I said earlier, we're gonna do these until we get that gap between law enforcement and the community bridge. We're gonna bridge that gap because we're gonna get out of here, we're gonna shake hands, we're gonna find out if they got any kind of problem we can assist them with, and invite them to the sheriff's office and come to the roll call. Just come see what's going on at the office. Thank y'all so much for being here.
Thank you, Sheriff Pounds. And like I said, this is just one of many events that we bring this grill out to help with our communities and get involved. I'm here today at one of our community outreach days with our sound truck. And our sound truck is used for just what you see. We come out to community days, we play loud music, and be able to just have a good time with it and enjoy our community. At a sheriff's office, you get to see us in a little different light. We're not always out there writing tickets or locking people up. We come out to your community day and be a part of your day and help you celebrate your community. And this is just one of the ways that we can do that, was with our sound truck. We're here today in one of our communities. We brought our ice cream truck out. A lot of people like to laugh when I say the sheriff's office owns an ice cream truck, but this is exactly what it's for, is we bring it out to our communities. We give away ice cream. We don't charge for the ice cream. The ice cream is free. And we have partners in our businesses in our community that help pay for the ice cream so that we can give it away for free. And we give it away. We go to schools. This is just one of many events that we bring our ice cream truck to. We go to the school systems. We come out to community days, block parties. We just come out and see you and help you enjoy and celebrate your community. Thank you.
Good day. Welcome to another episode of Keeping It Real with New Order. I will be your host today, filling in for Gerald. I am Infinity Seal, and to my left we have the Vice President as our co-host, King. How you doing today?
Hey, I'm blessed. I'm glad to be here.
Amen. Nima. To get started, you can join our YouTube channel, subscribe, like, comment, share it, boost us in that algorithm. If you want to join our movement, please go to our website at www.nonhro.com. If you want to donate to our cause, $NONHRO. So we got a bunch of topics in today. Where you want to begin, King? Where you want to begin?
Oh, Infinity, we about to show out. Tell the people what they need to hear.
Yes.
First thing is you heard about what's going on in the teen world.
Yes, yes, yes. Who is supervising our teens when they out here in the streets, when they're away from their safe haven?
Right. Yeah, her name was that Tiana Robinson?
Tiana Robinson.
16 years old.
We want to send out some prayers to her family. We're going to send some strength out to her father. She looked just like her father.
Oh, yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes. It was a sad incident. And, of course, you know what happened. They was looking for the suspects.
Right.
So I think they got as far as a award for if you can find
the
suspects.
What it is? Was it four of them walking? Like, what's in the mind? When I see that, it's like when I seen that photo, I'm trying to observe, and it's like they just going to cause wreckage for no reason. Like, what was your purpose being there, going to the Piedmont Park? That's what
I want to know too. I'm standing there like,
shooting for what?
Right.
It's not 4th of July. It's not anywhere to be, you know what I'm saying? It's not a gun range. Like, what was their purpose of going there? Like, come on, where did that come from?
Yes, I mean, usually they have, meetups, different events, festivals, events going on. So when they get together, they just want to have a good time, but, out of it, it's always.
So you think this could have been like they trying to join a gang or something? They got to go and shoot, and if they get something, they can level up in whatever it is, because they look like babies.
Right. And to be so young, for that to be happening, that is.
What are they mama saying right now? To seeing their kids right now being, what they call it, fugitives or criminals for the incident that happened at the park. The young lady, young girl lost her life, and then it was someone else that got injured.
I know somebody else got injured, and then she was 15 years old. And like I said, this is not just happening there.
Yes.
This is happening in some other counties. I know the mayor did put a curfew in Fulton County, which is good. But I think all the rest of the counties need to look at how he did it, and also have a curfew if they have any events going on.
Besides the curfew, not to cut you off, besides the curfew, what are the solutions with the curfew that can keep your teens safe at home?
I say police presence. But I understand, police can't be everywhere
security
at one
guards.
time. But you got security guards. But I'm saying to put together a group, a trained group. It could be under the police department. It could be residents. Train them so they could be in certain areas in the community, and they could be at events, so they can control the area, because it's all about presence.
Right.
If you got presence there, they know they can't just do something and get away.
Right.
And we could stop this. So we always have to have some kind of presence. Police, like I said, as us as people, it could be men, women, and I put it toward the men too. Men need to play a big part of this.
What do you think they teaching their kids? They like what's going on in the household that can lead them astray? Are they getting love? Are they finding love in the streets, and they gotta sacrifice certain things to continue to get the love from the streets? Like, where is, like you said, the father that can give them some type of structure in life? Like, because it's too much violence. We trying to stop the violence, and come together and build so we can understand the awareness that's going on around us, because we got voting and all this stuff changing and nobody know about it. And at the last minute, that can cause chaos with the whole community if we don't get focused and put our kids in place. They are the future. Like, don't waste that out here in the streets packing guns and doing all this unnecessary stuff when you can be mental and study and figure out who you want to become. How do you want to help the community? What's important to you?
Yes, this is to the organizations out there. If you out there, you can help teams. Come out there with your organization. And then these organizations also need support. They need people to stand up and, get out of the house, get out of church. I mean, I know church is good to go to, but you need to also do work outside of church.
Exactly.
Go into the community, help these organizations. You can even form your own organization.
Exactly.
And that's what we need. We need to come together. Churches and people need to come in there and support and help these kids, because a lot of them are in too deep. You know, when you're in too deep, you're in gangs, selling drugs, and you're making that kind of money, it's hard to get out. So they need an outlet. Right. They need an outlet. So we need organizations and programs to show them that there's another way out. Am I right, Infinity?
Right. It's other ways out. Just pause for a minute and just figure out, if you even don't know who you are or what you're becoming, there are people like me, the conscious community. There's a lot that can help you focus so you can figure out, uncover other things about your life that you can get into. What are you compassionate about? What do you love to do? Like, come on, like tap into your parents. Sometimes your parents can be leaders in the household, got good jobs, good things. Go to your mom and dad to help figure something out. You got to listen to your parents. Like, if you got any adult that you can listen to and they going good in their life, like, put them to the side. And then y'all got to be willing, when a child trying to talk to you, pause, give them that, because I seen a lot out here where lit kids in the store, lit teenagers be trying to talk. They got stuff going on, and and the mom and parents be ignoring. Wait. We don't want to talk about it right there. But sometimes you got to pause and be like, yes, what's up? Don't push them, because you never know what they got. And then if they scared to talk to you, I mean, that's not good. They should be able to talk to you, or send them somewhere. If you don't want to talk to your kids, send them to a pastor or something. Send them, I don't know, to the courthouse or somewhere. Maybe somebody can talk to. Send them to a school counselor or something and get help. But don't just let them be out here by themselves if they got something to say to you. If they going through something in life, or somebody bother them, bullying, like the couple of weeks ago, the two girls getting off the bus, and somehow the girl got injured and went home, and she didn't make it. Right. With a head, it's just, as parents, we have to get involved in the youth.
Right. I'm glad you said that. I went to Walmart, in Latonia. I mean, I used to be, back in the days, I went to Latonia High School. So I stayed in those apartments in back of Walmart, and I seen something that, just came to my heart. I seen two youth. They said, my mom got us out here making money. They out there selling candy. Selling candy. I was like, yeah, I mean, you need to do something. I mean, you usually have kids. Remember, you see kids selling bottled water
out there.
Yeah, they out there selling.
I've seen a couple of them get robbed. Like, why would you rob the kids that's trying to? Yes, I done seen the little boy said, they done took my money. They done took my money. Yeah, he was hustling his little water stuff, and he looked sad and said that they took his money. So I gave him a few dollars, but he was on the corner at the red light, like trying to sell his water bottles, but he was like, they took his money. He said it was some grown people. I don't know if it was the homeless people or what, but yeah.
Wow. See, like, things like that, events like that. Let the youth, sell stuff, but as long as they don't bother nobody. I know people get like, oh, you coming up to my car harassing me and all that, but they're doing things to keep busy.
Exactly.
I talked to a commissioner, and I was like, we need to have more events and activities for the kids. I don't mean, I know back in our days it was run and shoot. We had run and shoot. I believe it was hoops on Memorial Drive. We used to go play basketball. That took our time. Or recreation centers.
Right.
But come up with a program.
Something.
Come up with a program for the kids.
Skate, bowling, and all kind. Because we used to go bowling out when we get out of school. Friday nights, Saturdays, we be bowling or shooting pool somewhere.
Bowling and skate.
And the arcade games and stuff. Yep. But I don't know where that's at now.
That's what I'm getting at. What is going on? They need more stuff for the kids. I mean, what I was coming up to, it was mentoring.
Yep.
I mean, I know
more
in church,
mentors. More mentors.
They come in because they know either the mom or dad, they need help. So they'll step in and say, hey, if the kids need clothes or
Right.
a kid want to go to an event, we'll sponsor
Right,
that kid.
right.
And then you look at, and then it'd be like a youth leader. You know, that's
Think
like
about
what we
this.
talked about before, right?
Think about this.
Uh-huh.
Majority of the parents are working. They got the system built to where they constantly at work. So really, who's at home with the kid?
There you go.
Some kids be home by themselves.
Right.
No
right.
telling what they watching on TV, what kind of movies, what are they listening to? Because you know this music subconsciously put stuff in your head, and now you out probably singing and doing the things subconsciously that you heard in a song or a movie. So, what could we have at home so the kids can't be at home by themselves because they not being raised by the parents? If the dad not there, the mom got her 12-hour shift trying to make a career, but they at home, they got food and stuff to be entertained, but who's giving them the structures? Who is saying to them doing their homework is if everything is okay? Who is tapping in what happened at school today? Are you okay? Like, do you like your teachers, or you got good friends, or like to ask them some questions? You know what I'm saying? Because I can remember having friends and my grandparents, they'd be like, she might be a little too older for you. You might don't need to hang out with her. You know, you can get yourself into some stuff. But I had to learn the hard way, and I'm like, ooh, you was right. I should have listened. You get what I'm saying? But it need more structure in the household, like, because teens, and it start from a kid seeing what's going on. If they got older sisters, older brothers, they seeing it. So when they depart the house, they going in the same footsteps if the parents not there to give them some type of structure and discipline.
You got a point. Like, two-parent household is kind of like unheard of now. And you either have just the mom, or or the dad is not there. He's either paying child support, or or he's not involved in the child's life. Or it's the other way around. You might have the man, the father,
just taking care of the kids, and the mom not present.
Yeah, on his own.
But who's going to give them the nurture? Because sometimes the dad don't know how to do all that soft touchy. Now they out here in the streets, don't know how to give the love and show the nurture, and that can be sort of challenging for them as well.
Right, and I would say this to the men too. They got programs, organizations out there for men, for single father men that you can join. Just look for them, and it supports and tell you how to handle as far as fatherhood. And then especially for women, they got women organizations to help the women out if they need help. It's just all about making that initiative and taking that step and say, I got a problem, and stepping out and getting help instead of just saying, oh, woe is me. Everybody's picking on me, and ain't nobody gonna help me.
And very seldom you see a man that's really taking care of the kids. So I be shouting out my family because I have younger cousins, and they be taking care of their kids, and I'm like, what? You don't hear that? They raising their own kids. And what really got me was when I was in New Mexico. I was in this shelter, right? The all women shelter, but it was this man. They got like another part where men come, but they only can stay for that night. But this man had his daughter, and I'm like, what? And he was like, I'm just out here with my daughter, because he said that her mom had passed away, and he trying to get himself back together because stuff wasn't in alignment or whatever. But the little girl was looking at me, please, can I come with you and just look? And then I'm like, I can't even do it. But just to see her knowing that she can trust and be with me and let her dad go on by his way, I'm like, and I tried to tell them, maybe y'all need something like that. Like, if a guy come here and got kids, can the daughter or somebody come here and stay until the dad or whoever can find them somewhere to go? Because I feel like the dads need help too. They need everything that the women's get.
That's a good idea. I mean, that is. They need organizations. They're just like caregivers. You got caregivers that get paid, and they come, they come to your home.
Right.
So the parents or whoever they're caregiving, the person can step out and do what they got to do, take care of stuff, take care of bills, or do errands. Then they come home, and then the caregiver,
But
can
sometimes
leave.
can you really trust the
That-
caregiver?
that's
How
the-
can
that's
you
what I was about to
investigate
you
these
next.
people? You know
Yes,
what I'm
yes.
saying? Because there's a lot of caregivers out there that, even facilities, I got to say this while I'm here. I do DoorDash, right? So I had got an order to a rehabilitation, if I'm saying it right, where people go, I guess it's the military people that got hurt. So I went in there. Now, I done been in a lot of places, but when I went in there, all I smelled was urine and filth. And I'm saying to myself, why is this facility smelling like this? If somebody need to change them.
Right.
If the trash or pampers need to go out, take it out. I
There
should
you
have
go.
not walked in that facility where these grown people need assistance, that they need caregivers.
Right.
And I'm just looking at the little nurses. I'm looking at all around. I'm trying to find a person. I go in there, and I'm like, he barely can make it. You know what I'm saying? He don't got no legs, but, he was very grateful that I found and gave him his food. But it's still it smelled bad. I ain't never been in a place like that where it smelled like I can get sick. That's bad. If you got family or something and stuff like that, you need to check on your people. Check on your people, because everybody is all about the money, and they ain't all about doing a description of their job. And these are people, parents, cousins, dad, uncles, aunties, moms in this place. And it smelled so bad. Like, I feel like I can be sick. Anybody can be sick going in there smelling like this. So we got to be mindful of the caregiving and certain facilities and stuff like that, because
I'm gonna add on to that. I went through that process. I had my mom. My mom had to go in their facility,
right.
and they did care for her. But at the same time, as soon as I walked in there, I was like, "What is that smell?" And then she didn't have a room by herself, so she had to share with somebody.
Right.
And they got into it. They was
Wow.
arguing and stuff. Man, I was like, we need to get my mom out of here. So
Right.
my dad decided, say, hey, I don't want her in this facility no more. I'm taking her home. Then my dad started taking care of her.
Right.
And then I was like, at the same time, I needed a part-time job. So I was like, where can I find me a job at? Where I can make some additional money.
They can pay you to take care
That's
of
what
her.
that's what I found out. That's why I want to let the people know, hey, if you need a part-time job or you don't have a job, you can do caregiving for, 'cause I think it's through Medicaid. Through Medicaid, you can find out how you can make money. It might be like $15 an hour, but
take care of your loved
There you
ones.
go.
If you got a loved one that need assistance, like, go get the money, like, help them,
Yes.
because the question is, can you trust these facilities? Could you trust these
Right.
people with your loved ones?
Man.
Because it's sad. You don't
It
know if they
is.
getting mistreated. Pamper probably be needing changing, and it's not. It's
Right.
hours where they sit and filth. And I ain't like that
is.
when I walked in. I wanted to report them so doggone bad. Like, this is crazy. And I said something, and the lady just looked, and she did her shoulders like that. And I'm like, do something. Leave the counter. Go sweep, mop, do something. It stinks very bad.
Yeah, like I said, people won't, take care of the ones you love like you will.
Right.
I mean, I know they're doing their job, but they're like, that's not my family, So I'm just working my 9 to 5 or whatever shift I'm working, and I'm out of there.
Right. Right.
So like you said, we need to take better care of families.
And we can put the youth up to that. Like, you get together and start something where they can go and assist these type of facilities with these elderly people that done serve our country that need help. Like, we need to put, instead of them into these games and out here in these streets, getting into other stuff, getting on these drugs and all this psychedelic stuff that got your mind, and you out here on some other stuff that's going to lead you in some place like Clayton County Jail. You don't want to go up in there right now in these conditions, like, for real. Like,
Right.
yeah, something like that.
Oh, there's a lot of work we need to do, especially where we talking about voting.
Yeah. Let's get into that bill you shared with me.
Oh yeah, there's a Georgia Senate Bill 369. They want to put that. They put it in. They gave it in Georgia Kemp is in his office right now. We need to veto it because
it has to do
be
something because you said 369, and don't you know 369 is like a
Right.
Tesla manifest number. So
Wow.
if that bill got that on there
Yeah.
and certain people behind it, and if the community don't wake up or do something about it, that can go into fruition, and then we're gonna be sitting here like they back in control. We back
Right.
into the slavery system, or
Yes.
we can be to the point where he can be the dictator, and we're gonna be
Right.
sitting here like
It is.
that's powerful. That bill
this-
369, that's powerful.
Yes, that bill is covering 5 counties: Clayton County, Cobb County, DeKalb County, Fulton County, and Gwinnett County, and it's nonpartisan. So when they get the ballot, it don't take. If it do take effect, it's not going to take effect until 2028. But once they get the ballot, it's not going to have Democrat or Republican on it. It's just going to have names on it. So the people can actually, they have to do research and look up the names because they won't know which party to vote for. So that's why
we need to come together
be
like last time and get something we can talk about. At least be ahead of them and knowing and we can talk about what's on there and how we can direct our community or how to vote. But everybody needs to be aware of what's going on.
Right.
Voting is your own personal right, whether you do it or not. But you need to know what's going on around you so you can know how to move when you need to move. Like
you're right. And this goes out to the residents in Clayton County. Y'all need to vote for not only the commissioner board, Clayton County Commissioner Board, but the judges.
Right.
Registration is April the 20th. Early voting is April the 27th through May the 15th. So we need to get out there and vote. You can't get mad once the person get in office and say, oh, they didn't do this, they didn't do that. No. You're the reason. You need to do your research on the person that's going for office.
Right.
So once we put them in, we know they're gonna do their job and get the job right. So that's why they got forums that they go in and they talk about what they can do for you. So you need to look at it and go out there and vote. We need your vote.
All right, we need some call in. Call in and get in this discussion. 470-689-3832. Call in. Keeping it real. What's y'all solutions? What's y'all advice?
Yes.
On what's going on in this world and the topics that me and King is talking about today.
You guys are the future. We need opinions. Also need the facts. And what can we do to improve and make things better? So if you can, just call now.
Call now. Become the change. And if you want to join the movement, become a member, go to our website, www.nonhro.com. You can become a member if you want a case or got something you want to do. You can fill out the complaint paper form, and someone will reach out back to you. If you want to donate to our cause, $NONHRO. Let's get back into this Clayton County jail. Like,
Guys. Yes.
I can't wait to what you said. They got to come and renew because it's like he asking for more money. I'm like, he don't have any more money. Is he gonna resign? Do he need to just resign, or how is this going to work? How is the community or the city going to remove him out of his position?
Okay, I'm gonna use this word a lot when I be on shows or y'all see me talking somewhere. I'm gonna say the word in too deep. Sometimes we get in too deep on what we're doing, and you feel like you're unstoppable, or nobody can do anything to get in your way, and you feel this power, especially you get money. When money gets involved, it's a mindset. It's
what
like
they say, money, power, respect.
there you go, money, power, respect,
Mhm.
right? So I feel, he has that right now.
Well, how can he lose? We can get him to lose his respect so he can lose
Mm-hmm.
power and lose the money, and he can go start over somewhere else and let somebody else come in, and they can treat our inmates, because they don't deserve, even though they done some crime, but they don't deserve to be treated the way they're treated. They don't deserve that type of environment.
That's true. That falls aligned with it. That's why I said voting. You vote for commissioners. They get on board. They can make decisions.
Just study these people, get their name, their background, and see who all they connected with, and see if it's worth voting for them. Because like I say, they can be connected, one big old machine, everybody connected, and they just circulating. And we sitting here trying to fight and voice and bring God's love into it. And they like, we don't need all that nurturing and stuff. We got this going on. We making money, and we don't care, Like, you got people with a mindset that's divide and conquer. This is mine. And don't care about nobody else but them and the people that's involved with them.
Yes, especially if it's corruption. I mean, corruption is a big thing. And as far as Clayton County Jail, like you said, the stabbings and the riots going on because of a contraband search.
Mm-hmm.
Hiding, inmates hiding, drugs.
I'm still shocked that they can have phones.
I know, phones
like
too.
phones. I remember my family member was locked up and he had a phone. I used to be like, how is you in there with a phone? He used to show me how they do things, how they can be cooking with the stuff, how they food, all kind of. I'm like, if they can do all of that inside there, and if the people on the outside, the youth on the outside seeing it, how that's gonna make them want to go in there. It's not gonna be like, ooh, I'm scared. They be like, if I go there, I can find people in there and I still can do what I need to do in the inside. Like, how is that? Because imagine a 15-year-old seeing it in there, and he get out there, and cause it ain't gonna scare him. He gonna be like, shit, I'm just gonna go to jail anyway. I'm just gonna be in prison anyway. There is our break. Please call in 470-689-3832. This is Keeping It Real with New Order.
Hi, I'm Chief Gary Sparks with the Douglasville Police Department. Today we want to give you some safety tips concerning traffic stops. Take a look.
So you look in your rearview mirror and see flashing blue lights. What do? Remain calm. Yield to the right and pull your vehicle over into an off-road area that is safe for both you and the officer. Put your car in park. Remove your foot from the brake and turn the radio off. Remain in your vehicle. Have your driver's license readily available for the officer. Keep your hands on the steering wheel, visible for the officer at all times. If you need to retrieve any items from the interior, explain what you're reaching for to the officer and avoid any sudden movements. Rolling the window down completely establishes a level of trust with the officer and allows for ease of interaction during the routine traffic stop. Be courteous and polite. Be cooperative and willing to follow the officer's instructions. During a routine traffic stop, the officer will return to his vehicle to run the tag and driver's license verification and complete a citation if one is necessary. Once the officer returns and approaches your vehicle, whether or not a citation or warning is issued, please remain calm, courteous, and cooperative. Sign the citation acknowledging you agree to appear in court, and do not dispute the citation with the officer. The officer will give you a court date to explain or defend your infraction.
Okay, ma'am. Like I told you, I did clock you at 51 in a 35 mile per hour speed zone. I did issue a citation, okay? This here is going to be your court date. I just need a signature from you stating that you received a copy of this citation, okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. Here's your driver license.
Thank you.
Along with a copy of the citation, okay? You have any questions or concerns for me?
No, sir.
Okay, well, you have a nice day, okay?
Thank you.
Thank
too.
you.
Following these few simple steps will help ensure a safe interaction for both you and the officer.
I hope these few tips help you as it relates to dealing with law enforcement and traffic stops. Not only in traffic stops, but in all encounters with law enforcement. We hope that all our encounters are safe for the citizens as well as for our officers. Again, we want you to be safe, and if you have any problems with the Douglasville Police Department, don't hesitate to give us a call and make your concerns known. I would add that Georgia is a right to carry state, and we hope that if you are carrying, that on these traffic stops and all encounters, please let the officer know that you are carrying. This will ensure your safety and our officers' safety. Thank you, may God bless you, and may God keep our community safe. We are one.
Today's world exposes our youth to life experiences that are well beyond that which their years should allow. Violence, trauma, poverty, injustice. Our children's lives and their livelihoods are in constant danger. Wisdom, Inc. is a community-based organization designed to save young lives by reducing violence and assisting youth in their personal development. Wisdom stands for wise individuals structuring and developing youthful minds. Through our collective wisdom, we can change lives for the better. Wisdom, Inc. Reducing violence, developing youth, saving lives. Today's world.
Welcome back to Keeping It Real with New Order. I am your co-host, Infinity Seal, and to my left we have the Vice President, Sean King. Oh Lord, King. To my left, please call in at 470-689-3832. Let's get the discussion popping. Tap in, tune in, call in. Let's build. What we finna continue out with this jail?
Somebody, if you can, just make a phone call. One call, that's all. You know, let's
Charlie, is you watching Charlie? Because you was talking about half of this stuff last time with this voting stuff. Charlie, you want to call in with your opinion?
But, if not, though, like we were saying with Clayton County, people are making so much money as far as the inmates, as far as drugs and stuff. And, then you got inmates that's on drugs. So when they get out, they got to get clean. So, they have organizations. They got to go to organizations to get clean. But that's the problem that's going on is coming out on drugs.
And taking more drugs just to get clean. Help me understand that, because I dealt with a lot of that in New Mexico when I was driving for Z-Trip, and the people that I picked up, they was going to these methadone clinics, and I'm like, you gotta go get on mo. I just didn't understand it, and then they outside of the clinic still doing drugs, and they sitting there with and stuck. I'm like, they ain't this supposed to help you? But you just got some fentanyl from somebody. Now you sitting. I seen one person was stuck for 30 minutes. He had a cup in his hand. When I tell you he was stuck, slumped over for about 30 minutes, and then he got up like nothing, never, like he was never zoned out, and just, I'm like, this is weird.
Yes, I be seeing them. You be seeing them on the streets, walking around, just
zoned out,
dancing in.
Where do you think they meant to be? Like they in jail, getting all of the what they need.
Right.
So when they get out, then sometimes that's how they end up going right back.
And it's overcrowded in there. So you're looking at people that coming in. The crazy part to me is they go in there. It might be a traffic charge or something. Or I heard that now it's violation of probation. You know what I'm saying? Violating probation. They got to go back. Now, once they go back, and they got to wait for their court date. And you would think $100, far as they can get out for $100, but who can afford, things are so, we're like in a kind of like a depression now.
Right,
now they
right.
like give $100 up. So they're in there for months waiting on the court date. So while you in there months for a court date, then you dealing with
what's the
gangs.
delay in their court date? What you think that is?
They say they backed up as far as the court is backed up because they got so many people that they got to go to court and get out. But at the same time, they got like different, somebody go in there and bond them out, or they can bond them out too. I mean, the sheriff can bond them out, or the judge. The judge can get them out. But for the ones that can't get out, because it might be coming in there,
it's a system to where you can bond your own self out, but I think you gotta really know your laws and talk like them, and like, who are you? You know what I'm saying? That connects you. But it's a way that because I have a friend that when she went there, she said something about who she was, and they let her out because they said that they couldn't make money off her. So if they can't make money off you, they gotta let you go. But if they can make money off you, they can keep you. And as long as you in there, the more money that they're making.
Oh yeah. They get paid per day for having them in there. That's another reason why, because the more overcrowded it is, the more money they make.
Right.
So the thing is, for us as people, nobody want to sit in jail. I remember I went to jail, and I was young, and I begged my dad, like, that was my little first phone call. I was like, Dad, come get me.
I know that.
Before I made it a population.
It's too cold in there for me. It's too cold, and if you don't got white, you got to strip out all of your stuff and put their stuff on. Then your blanket might be thin. And I only went in there because I didn't even go for a citation, which I felt like I didn't understand. You know what I'm saying? But I had to go there. They put a warrant because I didn't go see about it.
What?
Yeah.
That's what the thing is, like, do certain people know they got warrants, or do they just be riding? Because
if you don't move to another address, you ain't finna get no paper. You ain't finna get none of that stuff. Wow. And when you out here living in the world, you not finna think I need to be checking on certain things, especially if it don't make sense to you in the first place. It's like, whatever.
Wow. So it's just say they can look at your license plate. Police can look at your license plate and then check and see if you got a warrant or not. Right?
That's only the person that the car register in.
Right.
So imagine if you in somebody's car that haven't, then you get pulled over, and if you not good, now you gone.
What?
And
okay, that's where I see that happen.
In New Mexico, they got it too, where if you driving up behind them, they can clock your speed. Wow. So if they clock your speed, they can wait till you pass and get behind you. And I said, because I got pulled over, and I'm like, he said, do you know why you pulled? I said, no. He said, because you was doing 50 in a 40 zone. Wow. And I'm like, how you knew that? He said, they got the something that can detect our speed coming up behind them. I was like, whoa, okay, thank you for the update. I don't know if Atlanta have that here to where they can be able to clock, but still and all, I'm still trying to get the point. Why does this exist? Why all the insurance? You got to have a driver license, and why you have to have a driver license for just one state when you from this whole country? Why one ID can be okay in every state? Why is it?
I see what you mean.
I want to stop that, because if I can go to Tennessee and be in Tennessee for a while, I should not have to say, hey, you need to get your ID changed. Why? I'm only here for a few months, then I'm going back. Like, make it make sense. That's crazy.
That is.
It should have a United States of America ID driver license, not no Georgia's ID, Mississippi ID. It should just be one thing. If we all in one country together.
That's true. Tell me how you feel about people that get stopped by the police. Okay, now I see people that get nervous. You know, police come up to them, they ask them some questions, and then, you know, they ask them to get out the vehicle, you know, and then if they don't get out the vehicle, then they come in there and get them and pull them out the vehicle.
My honestly opinion,
Yeah.
I know I don't got nothing to do with their laws, but I don't want nobody pulling me over, asking me and saying anything, because it's just the fact that I don't trust them.
Right.
I don't know them. It's just I've been through so much. Even when I got here, I'm door dashing, and it was an officer following me in the store and stuff like a stalk. And I'm trying to figure out, are you really a police? Are you profiling that one? And talking about, I'm gonna see you again. I'm like, I might not need to be out here in Clayton County, because this man followed me in the store trying to flirt and talk to me, and he's supposed to be doing his job. But followed me out of the store like he was looking at my license plate and all. And I'm like, this is some crazy stuff. Like, I don't trust them. I don't trust how they was programmed. I don't like that. Even not just with the whites, I'm talking about with all color, any race. I don't like how they are trained. Like, don't get behind me. I don't know what I do. Right. Of course you're going to be nervous, because you really don't know what you've done. And then you get them, like one video I seen, the lady had her teenage son, and he was giving her the citation, and she was like, I don't want that. I gave you my license. That should be good enough. Right. And he threw it in her car, and she took it back and threw it out of the window, and he roughed her up getting her out of the car. Like, she fine, but he was in the wrong. He threw it in her car. She's supposed to take it. And if she's not going to take that citation, then you got to take that citation with you and give it to the courts and say that she refused to take it. But at least she gave you her ID. So if she gave you her ID and you done ran everything, why get mad because she ain't taking your paper? And like I had stated before, if you don't take that paper, that's their responsibility, not the person. And you can look this up in the black law. Like, it's all kind of things out here that the community don't even know, but they know. And she knew it. That's why she didn't want to take it. She said, you got my ID and you can do whatever and send me on my way. But he got mad and threw, and he drew, and the little boy was like, Mom, no, Mom, stop, Mom, stop. And I just felt him, because he like, don't kill my mom. No, Mom, just be quiet. Call your father. And she just kept like trying to prove her point and be right. But the white officer was like, no, you're being detained. You're going to jail, all because she threw that paper back out the window.
Yeah, they be looking, what I see is they look for a reason so they can be like that toward the people. Mm-hmm. For example, I be seeing a lot of situations that happen where the person take off running, and then the police don't want to chase them, so sometimes they might shoot them in the back or something like that.
I just feel like, use your taser. You don't got to shoot, and if you don't want to run, don't catch them. Let them go.
Yeah. But now I want to figure out too is, like, every time somebody gets shot, they have a gun on them. I'm like, where's these guns come from? I mean, do everybody have a gun on them?
Maybe because they be planting. I'm going to tell you something that I don't learn in my studies. You can just have a target, like somebody like in a gang or in one of these big mafias or whatever it is can have something against you. But if they got friends in places like officers and stuff, they can just tell them to do something. And there you is getting pulled over. Now you getting caught up and they planting stuff on you so you can be somewhere to where they can like, hey, go beat them up or go do this. You know what I'm saying? They can be a call from something else to why they do that. Like, you never know if you out here in these streets or who put a target on your back and they grabbing you, locking you up, and you don't know what's going on, and they planning stuff and just hitting you for no reason. Right. Like, the lady not too long ago, I don't know if you seen it, the officer done hit her, just really punched her up for no reason. I'm like, what is going on? Are these officers on drugs? Are they taking some type of steroids? Or where does the aggression come from? Like, what are they so angry about? Like, especially with a black person, they be so angry to criticize and you did this, you did that. Another one, the lady pulled somewhere and was giving her son his coffee thing, and the officer told her it looked like you was passing contrabands or something. And I'm like, that lady was like, so me passing a coffee cup to my son because I didn't want it to be in my car, and you pulling me talking about I'm passing and look suspicious, like stuff like that. Like, sometimes they need to just mind their business, like, for real. Just mind your business.
It is. I think it's stereotyping too. I seen one. I think it was in Chattanooga, Tennessee, Brad Road, where the kids like just got out of school. It was in a SUV, and the police stopped them. It was in back of them with their guns out.
What?
Yeah,
these kids?
With their guns out, telling each kid one at a time to get out the vehicle, and they had to turn their back to them with their hands up in the air and walk back toward them. And they had each one of them do that with the guns pointing at them.
Maybe we need to see if we can change it all. Like, don't be pulling guns out when you pulling over. Like, you're trained. Most people out here, they not trained for stuff like that. So you don't have to be pulling guns out. Maybe your taser or something, but guns. And then sooner or later, what you gonna say? Oh, I thought my life was in danger, so I shot. Like, come on. You supposed to sacrifice your life. So why you not finna sacrifice your life when it comes to either kids or somebody that don't have a clue what's going on? Because most people, especially us, we against the police. We don't like none of that. So when we see, we automatically finna get defense. We automatically finna go into fight mode. Because that's who we are. What we've been through. We don't know what you finna do to us.
That's the same thing with when you see people in vehicles, when the police pull them over and want to talk to them. They get nervous and frustrated because of trauma that they dealt with them. And then they decide they want to try to speed off. And then once they speed off, the police end up shooting them because they said that person wanted to use the vehicle to hurt them. So they say out of protection for them using the vehicle as a weapon, they'll shoot and fire at the person and kill them.
I just feel like they're still assuming of what it is because now, if you didn't feel threatened when you pull over, you don't have no reason to say, oh, they used the vehicle. They trying to get away from you. So the only thing you can do is hop back in your car and then chase. And sometimes when they do chase, that still become dangerous for everybody on the road. Why would you do that? Risking your life and everybody else when somebody done sped off from you. Like, why say, oh, your life was felt threatened? Like, make it make sense. You are the officer. They already 9 times out of 10 scared in the get-go, nervous, especially to see a white officer.
Right, because nowadays they won't let the vehicle go. They do a pit maneuver.
That's still dangerous.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So they got to stop the
all of that need to stop. Just let them go. Just let it go. I'm just trying to because I'm still trying to make sense of all of the stuff, the police, the sheriff, all of this. I'm still trying to make sense of because sometimes I be like, make it make sense. Like, y'all were taught to like I say, divide, conquer. You was taught that we to be fear of the melanated or the black race, to be fear. So if you was taught that, and we was taught to do what? Be scared.
There you go. You're right.
So I just want to know, what are the solutions? Because I just go back in time, like where we have none of that. We was in our own tribes, our own thing, but they brought this corporate world over here. Like, what can we do about the corporate world, and how it's set up for the community with the jobs and stuff? Only little things that, it's say human rights, right?
Right.
If you are a citizen of America, to me, in my opinion, you don't have human rights, but you have every right to live as a human. Right. And you have every right to be treated as a human. But just because we done signed something that we didn't agree coming out of our mom, don't make us can be your slave. Don't give you the right to put us in this bondage, to put us in certain type of system to keep us bonded to you. You know what I'm saying? The jobs, like with education and stuff. Why don't we start teaching the kids their compassion, or what it is, or their gifts? And that's what they go to make a living off of. But we start out with the basic, learning this language that they teaching us, which is considered spelling words, spell, and they tell you how to teach to speak a language in sentences, which are spells that still can bound you into things. But we don't know that. But we go to school for that. You get what I'm saying? Like, you don't know if I'm not an architect, if I'm not building, it's like, why would I have to take up an algebra? Why would I have to take up geometry or something like that if I'm not trying to build anything that operates like that? If I'm not trying to be a surgeon or cut open humans or animals or something, why do I have to go through that in school? Those are for the people that has a desire or that compassion to learn about the human bodies and animal bodies. That's for them. You get what I'm saying? And then they put these nitpick jobs out here. Go back in the day with the cotton picking and how you make the little extra change, 9 to 5. That steer here in the moms and dads, we barely making it with how everything is structured. You get what I'm saying? Gas, you got to pay for food, electricity, and the water bill, all of this stuff. When you put all of your money back into that, do you have enough to take care of yourself, to at least go get a massage, at least to go sit with your therapy? And then they got insurance. Most people can't afford Medicaid. Most people can't even afford this insurance and go to the doctor. Like, this system is like a slave. It's we slave and we connected. And if you're okay with it, be okay. Right. And if you can help and educate, do that, because we still got the kids. Right.
Yeah, we're still, as far as looking into ways how you can come up on top, because right now you got people with 2 or 3 jobs. Well, you don't have time for themselves. And then if you don't have time for yourself, how would you have time to help your
even
kids?
With your kids?
Yeah,
hey, have they mind gone in the streets? Now the police harassing them, want to take them to jail because they not understanding laws and what the police is saying, and then the police is mad, talking about they either getting talked about, what they call it when you get sassy about them off, or you can't tell me what to do, and then they want to lock you up, put you in detain. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, come on. They don't know that. We don't get taught that.
Right. So that's the process now, getting an organization. I'm looking at organizations now. Besides New Order, talked to Gerald Rose, said we could, start going into the communities and helping teens and figuring out an outlet.
Right.
Getting people jobs that's making some good money. Because you got to have a trade. That's just like Job Corps. You got Job Corps they'll train people so they can do
So I thought they took Job Corps away. They still have that?
That's a good question.
We need to look into that because I thought they ended it, and I think they go all the way up to what 25, I believe it used to. That can help out a whole lot. We need more.
I mean, but not just Job Corps, but systems like Job Corps.
Right.
You know, that get, because we all need trades. You need trades that make money, like HVAC.
Maybe we can come up with a system and create our own school.
Plumbing.
I want to start a school, the holistic, the Great Son holistic ways of learning. Like, and what I mean by that, like how you saying your trades are most important.
Right.
We can have to build a house. If you know how to build a house, build cabinets and stuff, that can go a long way. You feel what I'm saying? If you know how to cook, that can go a long way. If you want to make clothes and stuff on your body, that can go a long way. Yes. Anything like that versus just the main school dynamics that they learn in school. But we need to learn what can keep us alive, to keep us living, and that's the main thing. Roof over your head, food, clothes, you get what I'm saying? And then if you want to wear a car or something, shoot, if you want to build you a car, learn all of this stuff. But we have to have a system to where we can put that there and teach those that want to do it. Can't give it to everybody, but they gotta want. You have to want to do the stuff. Can't just give it.
Yeah, but I see people that's working. I'm like, why fixing a garage or something? I told them, I was like, why don't you start your own business fixing garages? Why you got to work for somebody? That's a trade. That's a skill. And once we see the abilities that we can do and start our own businesses, then when you start your own businesses, then you can get the youth to help.
King, most people don't want that work because an entrepreneur skill, that's very challenging. And most people, they'll rather go to a structured place and make money and just do their stuff as a hobby. But if you are totally into your purpose and totally into what it is, you can start, like you said, your own business. Once you get it up and running, then you can eventually start bringing other people in and just give it to the community. But most people do not want to do the work. They'll probably start something and won't expect somebody else to run it. But I always say this, how can you tell me how to do it when you never done it?
That's true. You're right.
So build something and teach it to somebody else if you don't want to do it, and let it go that way, but still have some type of input or some type of structure to it, but they don't want it.
That's what it is. I mean, like my barber, he been doing barbering for a while. He was like, I want to set up a program where I can have a youth, teach them how to cut hair. And
it can be a way for them to make money.
Then they can make money cutting hair. I mean, there's always ways. I mean, I'm retired military, but it's like there's ways. People don't want to sacrifice and go through it to get where they need to be.
That's the point. Most people get the sacrifice confused with like other type of rituals and stuff, but you have to get rid of something. Got to be sacrificed in order to move up the ladder or whatever it is that you're trying to do. You got to get rid of something.
Right. And it's not going to come easy.
No.
Man, you have to, I mean, it's blood, sweat, and tears, Go in there, achieve what you need to achieve. And don't get big-headed to the point that, now, you got to beg me to do stuff, or you're not up to my level, so I can't help you out. I mean, that's how we're losing out now, because people don't want to go back down how they started.
Okay, this is Keeping It Real with New Order. Give us a call, 470-689-3832. Get in on the discussion. Oh,
jeez, that's what I didn't even look at. I know the time was. Go ahead.
Oh, we still on the air? Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, this is the ending of Keeping It Real with New Order. Please go to our YouTube channel. New Order, National Human Rights Organization. Subscribe to our YouTube. Subscribe to our website, www.nonhro. Until next time, keep it real.
Keep it real.